Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video. More Survivor.io and Light Runners. How good do they compare against the Eternal Boots when you get them to Epic, or in my situation, Epic +1? There's a lot of talk about these boots, some saying they're better than the Eternal Boots, some saying that they're a good alternative to them, and then others just saying that they're worse. So today, we're going to put both of them on, go through the runs, and see how they actually do compare. Now, if you are a big fan of these Light Runners and you're going to use to your defense that part of what makes them great is the damage received minus 20% after 3 seconds for killing an enemy, I better not catch you picking on a Light Chaser and saying how the vest is a terrible item to grab for the Evo. Now, I haven't played with the Light Runners that much, but the thing that was most obvious for me was that great stat right there, the base movement speed +2, and you can see it here. It may not be the perfect example side by side because once I realized it was kind of slower, I didn't really move around too much anyways, but I think this is maybe the reason why I was never really too big on the extra speed for the soccer ball, and I kind of rated it low to begin with because I always had the Eternal Boots and they made me kind of quick. And I think there could be a little bit of a natural illusion here because whenever you see fire coming out from behind somebody, you're going to associate with them being fast, and I think having that trail just kind of adds that a little bit. But that's just me. Let me know what you think about that. Now, the other big thing when going from Eternal Boots to Light Runner, when we have both of these at Epic, we have an extra 40% plus HP when we're running the Eternal Boots, where with the Light Runners, we're only having 10%. And when switching over, my health went from about 35.6 down to 29.7, which is almost about 6,000 hit points we're losing by going to the Light Runners. When running through the daily challenge, I tried my hardest to make sure that we got all the abilities just about exactly the same, and I was pretty close on it here, at least through a majority of it. And I also tried really hard to get some numbers of using this whole flaming trail thing, but it was difficult at times to really kind of see with everything else going on. But what I did notice was I was hitting for about 7,000 to 10,000, and there was that burn in there, which pretty much the enemy just kind of kept on getting hit by that damage over and over again as they walked through the flame. In the times where I grabbed the high power bullet that increases the attack, it did increase the damage dealt out by that fire trail too. When it came to the Light Runners and the extra attack after killing an enemy, with the Eternal Boots, I was hitting for about 30 to 31k at 3 stars, about 41k at 4 stars, and 51k at 5 stars. With the Light Runners, though, I was hitting for about 36k, 46k, and 56k. So right off the bat, I mean, we're seeing about an extra 5,000 damage with the current stats that I have, and it was noticeable when I did go up against the bosses. So I did end up sticking a little bit closer to the director on the Light Runner side, which meant the drone was hitting a little bit more. That could have been part of it too, but overall through, it did seem like those Light Runners just had a little bit more of an extra punch than what I did with the actual Eternal Boots. When we take both of these to the Legend, the Eternal Boots are going to have that fire trail do more damage and they're going to slow enemies, and then the Light Runners are going to get that plus 15% health, which would shorten that gap in that big 6,000 health that I lost. So the big question you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to lose the extra health and the speed to run something that's going to give more attack? Now, originally I thought I was just going to go and take these Light Runners after this video and go and fuse them into the Eternal Boots, give them a +2, but I'm going to leave both of these things in my inventory now. I think this is going to be nice to be able to switch between them two and decide, hey, do I want some more attack or do I want some more health? Just kind of like I switch between fighting against mobs and waves. So overall, these Light Runners are actually pretty nice. I was actually surprised to see how well they actually do. But curious to know what you guys think. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.